3501 Trout Lake Road. Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA. The pregame show is brought to you by La Huerta Imports, family owned and operated since 1995. Visit lahuertaimports.com for more details.
You can hear it, you can see it, and you can feel it. It's playoff hockey in Powassan in front of a packed house here at the Sportsplex. Matthew Sucrum with you here alongside Derek Lindeman, and we'll pause for the national anthems and bring you the players to watch immediately following.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. Captain Blessed portez l'épée, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on
And we're just about ready for puck drop here at the Powassan Sportsplex as the Powassan Voodoos have a 2-game series lead over the Hearst Lumberjacks as they get set to host Game 3 tonight. Derek, who are we looking at for our players to watch?
Tonight we're looking at Adam Schillinglaw for the Hearst Lumberjacks. He's got 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points in this series, leading the Lumberjacks in all categories. And then for the Powassan Voodoos, Player of the Week star Chase Stritchkaluk, 4 assists on 2 games, so leading all Voodoos in points. And still without a goal, so it'll be an interesting matchup here as this is the first playoff action in Powassan this season, Matt.
And Stritchaluk named as one of the 3 stars in the NOJHL after the first week of playoff action. Puck is dropped and we're underway as the Lumberjacks bring the puck forward into the Powassan zone. In behind the net, a hit thrown. Harley looking for the puck. He sends it to the near side. It's shot in on Flageau, and he holds on to it for stoppage and play.
Kenan Flageau making his 3rd start of the postseason for the Powassan Voodoos. He's perfect so far with a 2-0 record, giving up 7 goals in the 2 games up in Hearst and a .904 save percentage. On the season, he had a 22-9 record for head coach Peter Goulet.
Face-off won by the Voodoos in their own end. They send it to the far side boards. That's O'Brien there. Inside the corner, he's looking to get it around. He gets it behind the net. Picked up by Little and looking to clear it out are the Voodoos. Gazic gets that done. Sends it to Lemke over the blue line, but Lemke lost it. And the Lumberjacks come back in on the counterattack. Morton to the corner. Tries to play back. Nobody at the blue line. And the puck escapes the zone. Into the neutral zone. The Lumberjacks fire it forward again. Dumped in, and Flageau plays it to the far side. The Lumberjacks get control of it at the blue line. Pichette with it. He takes a shot. That goes off a skate and ends up into the near side corner. Down to the point. Schillinglaw fires it in. Sent behind the net off the glass to the far side boards. Picked up over there by O'Brien trying to get it out. It squirts out to the middle of the zone, and that allows the Voodoos to get it down the ice. 18:35 remaining in the first period. No score between the Lumberjacks and the Voodoos. The Voodoos coming off back-to-back wins on back-to-back days. 8-4 win on Saturday and a 4-3 win on Sunday. They had that 4-3 lead going into the third period, and nobody was able to score in the final 20 minutes. Kelly has it, dumping it into the far side, into the near side in the Lumberjack zone. It's sent around to the near side boards and picked up there by Boulanger, and he'll carry it back behind the net and hold it there. Looking down his right wing side, he will carry it out himself, sends it over to Palfy. He dumps it in and very quickly shot out by the Voodoos. Chasing it down the ice, a service, and he runs out of room, but coming up behind him is a shot from Macmillan, and the save is made first of the game from Ethan Dinsdale, who gets the job in net tonight for the Lumberjacks.
Making his third start of the series, Ethan Dinsdale from Ottawa, Ontario, picked up the loss in the second game, was relieved in the first game after giving up 4 goals against the Powassan Voodoos, looking to get things back in the win column as he had 22 wins on the regular season.
Shot on net off the pads and sent to the near side point. Another one coming in, and Dinsdale juggles it a little bit, but holds on to it for the stoppage in play.
Keys to the game tonight for the Powassan Voodoos is strike early, get this crowd involved into this game. A very voices crowd here in Powassan at the Sportsplex, and win the specialty teams battle. They did an excellent job up in Hearst, scoring 2 power play goals and only taking 3 minor penalties in the 2 games combined up there in Hearst.
Standing room only tonight at the Sportsplex. This place sold out in a hurry for Game 3 of this opening round series. The Voodoos get it out to the neutral zone. Carried ahead by Stricheluk. He got tripped up a couple of times, but no call. And Asfarge brings it into the Voodoo zone for the Lumberjacks. Holding on to it on the half boards and trying to play it in the corner. Stricheluk finds it, sends it around to the far side boards. Picked up there by the Voodoos, and they get it out with Smetham dumping it down. Chasing it in is Wilkie. Behind the net, lost it. Harley has it now for the Lumberjacks, and he'll skate down the right wing side. It's poked off his stick, but he gets to it first behind the net. Carries it around to the far side board. Still battling there is Harley. He runs into a couple of Voodoos players on that board, and the puck then gets kicked into the far side corner. A couple of guys collide in that area, and coming out of it is Lemke with the puck. He gets it up to the blue line, carries it forward, dishes it off to the right side, over the blue line, back in the middle to Lemke, backhands it to the near side, but O'Brien could not get the shot off. He got tied up at the side of the net, gets the puck down to the point. McLean with the shot, it goes off his stick, and it touches the roof. For stoppage in play, 16-19 remaining in the first period. It's scoreless.
One of the keys that Peter Goulet talked about up in Hearst is how the team played together as a team. And when you look at the 12 goals scored for the Powassan Voodoos, 9 different goal scorers. Alex Little leading the way with 2 goals out of the back end. So the back end getting involved in the offense up in Hearst.
Playback underway. It's at the blue line. And Leontino dumps it in towards the Hearst net. Goes to the far side corner. Comes down to the slot. The shot. And it's stopped by the goaltender Dinsdale. Whipped around to the far side. Leontino's there at the blue line. Can't hold the line and is chasing it out of the zone. He's being chased all the way into his own end. Morton finds the puck over the blue line into the corner. Drops it back. Shot in and they score. The Lumberjacks take the lead.
That was Matthew Coma with his second of the series. 13 is Riley Klugerman, his second of the series, getting the Powassan or the Hearst Lumberjacks on the board. Only 4:13 into this game, and that's what Hearst needed here is a quick start, take the crowd out, and Klugerman just putting it over the shoulder of Flageau as he went down into that butterfly. No chance for Flageau as that went right by his ear.
Just the second time in this series that the Hearst Lumberjacks have had the lead. In fact, they've only led for 3 minutes and 19 seconds of this entire series, and they almost gave it away right there with Service finding the puck behind the net. He centered it with the goaltender out of position, but no one was there for Powassan to deposit the puck in the wide open net. Play back inside the Lumberjack zone in the far side corner, back behind the net. Holding on to it there is Smetham of the Voodoos. Centers it, service, looking to get it right onto his stick. He plays it behind the net to McMillan. Skates out to the near side boards, looking to center it, bounces over the blue line, and then shot right back in by Fullerton. Riley Klugerman had the opening goal in Game 2, 9 seconds into the game. Then it was Cameron Lemke with 1 at 3:28, and Reese Smetham with 2 before the period was over. And the Voodoos left that first period with a 3-1 lead in Game 2. Trying to play catch-up again for just the second time this series. Stolen at the blue line, going in the shot, and Patrick Smetham denied. Now a secondary chance on net, and Tucker Shields' shot is stopped by Dinsdale. Shields has the puck on the left side boards, plays it to the point to Little. Across to the right side, walking in, the shot off the side of the net. Everyone held their breath for a second there as it went off the mesh, and it looked like it may have gone in. But a shot from a sharp angle did not convert. Puck still inside the Lumberjack zone, and it's Little with the shot, and it's a glove save made by Dinsdale, who, as you said, Derek, comes in 0-1, 5.46 goals against average, and .843 save percentage, and I believe he got the start in Game 2.
Yeah, I got the start in both games. Got yanked in the first game after giving up 4 goals in relief. Caleb Papineau came in, picking up the loss in that first game. And it's almost a must-win for the Hearst Lumberjacks as the Voodoos up 2-0 in this series, winning both games in Hearst. Very much you don't want to fall down 3-0, especially against a team such as the Powassan Voodoos, who look to be reaching their stride here with everyone back healthy.
They went 1-5 in their last 6 games in the regular season, but they got everybody back healthy at the right time, and it is paying off so far in this series. Voodoos turn the puck over inside the offensive zone, playing it out of the corner and trying to center it. The Lumberjacks can't complete the pass, and the Voodoos will bring it out of the zone. Carried down the boards. That one's turned over. Lumberjacks dump it in. Taken back out quickly by the Voodoos, and Lemke charges down the right wing side. Lemke going in. Stops below the circle. Trying to hold it. And there's some pushing and shoving going on the far side. And the two players move away from each other there. It's picked up behind the net by Gazic. Gazic sends it on net. That one's turned aside by the goaltender Dinsdale. Sending it in the corner. O'Brien finds the puck. He sends it to the point to Ricci. Ricci fires it in, and that one stopped with some traffic in front, and then cleared out of the zone and down the ice. Fullerton puts on the Jets to get to the puck with 12:45 to play in the period. He gets it to the blue line, but it's shot right back into the zone. They'll try again as Chase Thompson has it on the near side. He's trying to get it out of the zone. Morton steals it. Fullerton gets it right back for Powassan and clears it down the ice. 12:30 to go as the Lumberjacks lead 1-0. The Voodoos put it on net, but Dinsdale makes a stop. Shot from the point. Ricci's puck goes in and out of the glove of the goaltender Dinsdale. Now behind the net. Controlling that is Kelly. Kelly tries to play it in front. That one's knocked away off a couple of sticks and picked up by the Lumberjacks. They turn it over again. Voodoos trying to find the loose puck. It's cleared out by the Lumberjacks. Now in the neutral zone. Voodoos get it back. Little gets it ahead. In on the breakaway. Backhands. And the stop is made by Dinsdale on Ryan Patrick. The puck is shot out of the zone. It hits the roof, and there's a stoppage in play. 12 minutes on the clock, 1-0.
Good pushback from the Powassan Voodoos after giving up that first goal. Couple of glorious opportunities, and the last one there coming off of the stick of Patrick as he got in all alone on a beautiful pass from Little, and that bouncing puck just getting off the toe of the stick as Patrick couldn't get much on it here. 10-2 are the shots for the Voodoos.
I think if you're Hearst right now, you're saying we're leaving too much of the middle of the ice open. But here they come with a 1-0 lead. Shot in towards Flageau. He makes a stop. That's his third save of the game. Check that, his second save of the game. He's only had to face 3 shots.
Taking a look around the NOJHL and how the playoff picture is looking so far. The other game on tonight is in the Eastern Conference. Timmins is looking for a bounce-back game after losing to French River last night in overtime 4-3, but they still hold a 2-game-to-1 advantage in that series.
Stolen down the ice is Smetham, plays it to the line. Leotino lets it go by him, and then he has to play it off the boards and can't control it. So out of the zone, the Lumberjacks get it. They lose the possession quickly, and it's McLean coming back down the left wing side. Dumps it in towards the back of the net, and that's picked up there by the Lumberjacks, and they will clear. Leotino in the neutral zone, fires it back forward. Picked out of some skates by Strichaluk. Strichaluk over to Shields. Shields kicks it to his stick, and then follows it into the corner. He's pushed up against the boards in that area, and that will allow the Lumberjacks to get the puck out of the zone. But again, it's Ricci with control. Ever since the Lumberjacks scored, it has really been all Powassan here, controlling the pace of play and getting the shots on net. But they still trail 1-0 here in Game 3.
Exactly what Powassan needed to do after that goal, but Dinsdale's looked pretty good and solid in goal so far for the Lumberjacks.
And just like Game 2, it's Riley Klugerman who opened the scoring for the Lumberjacks with an early goal. Now the Voodoos back into the Lumberjack zone. They send it on net. That one's deflected and comes out to the line. Fullerton's there, takes a shot, deflected into the pads and in the glove, and some more pushing and shoving going on. Wow, this Hearst Lumberjacks team has come in aggressive and ready to tango, haven't they?
They have, and they know the importance of this game. They're playing a little on the short-handed side as they got a couple of their key players out of the lineup tonight as we see some pushing and shoving. That is number 20 for the Powassan Voodoos involved there.
That's Lemke.
Lemke involved for the Powassan Voodoos, and it's 14 without his, or 24 without his helmet. LaBelle making his way to the penalty box, as it looks like only one call going to be put up on the board, as the Hearst Lumberjacks will go get or be short-handed here for the next 2 minutes as the Powassan Voodoos get the first power play opportunity of Game 3 here. 10:21 remaining in this first period of play, Matt.
Caleb LaBelle had a goal and 6 assists in the regular season, 54 penalty minutes, so sticking to his guns there. As the Voodoos have the power play, like you said, Derek, their first opportunity of the game. Puck is cleared out of the zone. Leotino diving at it, but he's playing it behind the blue line. And it's kicked forward from the neutral zone and into the Powassan end.
Powassan was 3 for 8 on the power play up in Hearst, and on the regular season they finished scoring on 21.1% of their opportunities, 6th in the NOJHL this year on the power play.
Out to the neutral zone, Leotino has it again. Coming down the middle, cuts to the right side, he's got room, going in on the back end. It's off the pads of the goaltender and then kicked behind the net. Now picked up in the corner, sent to the point. That is Strichaluk. He will skate to his right side boards to the point to Leotino. Dishes it off to left side. Shields is there. Shot comes through, but the save is made by Dinsdale. His 12th already of this game.
Hearst Lumberjacks had the 3rd best penalty kill in the regular season, killing off just over 84% of the times they were short-handed. They took 226 penalties in the regular season, only giving up 36 shorthand or power play goals against.
And the power play continues here. It's stolen. Now chased down the ice. Mintinko puts it on net. It's stopped by Flageau. And he's holding on to it there right under the pads. 9:14 to play in the first period. 1-0 is the lead for the Lumberjacks. And there's less than a minute remaining on the Voodoos power play.
Yeah, Flageau making another save there as he had to hold that on to that shorthanded. Now 4 saves in this game, and very important timing as the Voodoos still have a little bit of time left on this man advantage.
Lemke down the ice to the left side. Little puts it on net. Save made. Rebound comes out to the middle. The shot coming in from Lemke Wilkie, and it's batted away, sent to the corner. Now at the line, Little trying to play it on the half boards. Digging away at it, a couple of guys involved. Little still down there. The captain for the Voodoos trying to move it out. Time winding down here on the power play. The Voodoos maybe have one shot on their man advantage. Puck still on the half boards. The Lumberjacks content to leave it here. Time winding down. Someone's knocked down. Puck to the middle. And as it's touched, cross-checking will be called coming up against the Voodoos. And it's Lemke being led to the box, I believe.
Or is it Caden Long?
Check, that is Caden Long that's being penalized.
Caden Long going to the penalty box, so the Voodoos will have 1 second left before they go on the power play. So the Hearst Lumberjacks will almost have a full 2 minutes on their first power play opportunity tonight. And the Lumberjacks, excellent, scoring 2 goals on only 3 opportunities up there in Hearst.
And they control the puck off the draw. On the far side, Klugerman. They try to play it down low. It's kicked away by Shields. Now everybody just whacking away at the puck. It comes to the half board. Shields is being held on to. His jersey was bunched up in the glove of Como, but no call came. So the 5-on-4 continues for the Lumberjacks as the puck stuck on the far side boards. It's slapped around on the near side and cleared out down the ice as McLean got his stick on it.
Lumberjacks had the second best power play in the regular season, 26% efficiency, scoring 59 goals on 227 opportunities.
Klugerman coming in. Stops at the right side boards, gets knocked into by Little, but he can't clear. Pichette stops it at the blue line. Klugerman for the Lumberjacks flips it into the corner. Now he gets it back at the blue line. Walks into the hash marks. Now goes into the corner on the right side. Still holding it down there. Plays it up high to Pichette. Across to the left side. The shot coming in. Saved by Flageau. And he'll hold on to it right there with 7:09 remaining in the first period. And 47 seconds left in the power play for the Lumberjacks. It's a 1-0 lead for Hearst.
Another opportunity for the Voodoos to get some momentum if they can kill the last 47 seconds of this power play, knowing that the Hearst Lumberjacks could go up 2 goals if they give one up here.
In the far side corner, it's controlled there by Morton. Leaves it at the line. Pass to the right side, now back up high. Kitch's shot is stopped by Little and sent out of the zone.
Good job there by the Voodoos, keeping the Hearst Lumberjacks to the outside, not letting any shots through.
Here they come with 10 seconds remaining on their power play. Shot in to the right side, deflected and into the back of the net. It's Mason Svarich with the power play goal. And the Lumberjacks lead Game 3 2-0.
That was the importance of that power play. It was a make or break here in this first period for the Powassan Voodoos. They give up that goal, they fall down 2-0, and they're in a deep hole now. Meanwhile, it's only the first period as Svarich, the native of Stony Plain, Alberta, 30 goals on the regular season, tapped in that backdoor pass as he was left unattended at the side of the net.
Unattended is right. He had all the time in the world back there as the Voodoos just kind of forgot about him as the Lumberjacks brought the puck into the zone. So now the Voodoos have some work to do. They send it in towards the net and the stop is made. You know, Derek, that's well, I'll tell you about what that is after the break. We're more than halfway through the first period. It's a 2-0 lead for the Lumberjacks.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the Alumni Job Portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
Well, Derek, that's the 21st goal that has been scored this series, but neither of the first 2 games were terribly high shooting, at least for the shots on net anyway. Nobody has registered 40 shots on net in either of the 2 games. However, this one could possibly get there. It's 14-7 right now for the Voodoos, but they trail 2-0 to the Lumberjacks.
And to me, it's the shots on goal, the high-quality scoring chances for the Powassan Voodoos. They've had a couple breakaways, unable to capitalize on those, and that could have been the difference early on. You put one of those behind Dinsdale, and you've got that 1-0 lead, forcing the Lumberjacks to play from behind, and that's what the Powassan Voodoos have to go back to, is getting to that middle of the ice, trying to create some more scoring chances. I want to see them try and get one before the end of this first period and gain some momentum and roll that over into the second period.
The Lumberjacks do not have two big names in their lineup and probably won't have them at all for the series. Jack Demers, who's out with Zachary Demers, who's out with a upper body injury. 83 points in 47 games in the regular season for the Lumberjacks, while they're also missing Noah Janicki, a defenseman, who in 57 games had 39 points. Those are two big names not to have in this series. And the Powassan Voodoos have seemingly taken advantage of that in the first two games. Not so here in Game 3.
No, that was the third power play goal already in this series for the Hearst Lumberjacks.
And that was something you mentioned off the top about how the Powassan Voodoos are going to have to keep their discipline in check, especially when they were on the power play and they end up taking that cross-checking penalty.
Yeah, and it's just how powerful is that Hearst Lumberjacks power play? 3 goals on only 4 opportunities.
Special teams can make or break you right now. It's put the Lumberjacks ahead by 2. There's a shot in. Save made in the slot, trying to turn around the shot. McMillan, but he can't get the shot off and finds the puck, sends it behind the net along the end boards. Voodoo's trying to move it around. That's Patrick there. Plays it back on the end boards, and the puck goes off a skate right towards the goaltender Dinsdale. He holds on to it for stoppage and play. 4:41 to play in the first period. 2-0 Lumberjacks lead.
Again, you gotta like the way the Powassan Voodoos have responded after giving up a goal. Unfortunately, they're down 2-0, and Dinsdale looks to be locked in already, making 15 saves. But the Hearst Lumberjacks really helping him out by making it easy for him to see those pucks.
Puck comes out to the neutral zone as Pichette carries it down the ice, takes the shot, goes off a stick over the glass, and out of play. The Powassan Voodoos had some award winners on the club this season for the NOJHL awards. Head coach Peter Goulet named as Coach of the Year. Alex Little named as Defenseman of the Year, and a couple other players named as first and second team All-Stars.
And the one guy you don't want to forget, Mac McDougall, Trainer of the Year on the bench, a former Powassan Voodoo himself.
Pass down the left side boards. Gazic lost it coming over the blue line, and then he had to trace back into the neutral zone to find it. Now he's got it again. Goes down the middle, cuts to the right side, and enters the zone. Takes a shot that goes high. And looking to pick up the tempo for his team a little bit here. Sent back around to the far side boards. The Lumberjacks can't get it out. Gazic got in the way, but then he got stripped of the puck, and it got sent out to the neutral zone. O'Brien's there, and O'Brien gets knocked down from behind by LaBelle. And he takes a second shot from behind, right in front of the official, and there's no call there. 3:45 to play in the first period. Lumberjacks up 2-0. There's a shot in. Lajo made the initial save, gave it right back to them in the slot, turning around, the shot stopped. Svarge with a second whack at it, and he can't get it forward as it's blocked by the Voodoos and cleared out to the neutral zone. Here come the Lumberjacks right back into the attacking area. Svarge with a shot, that one stopped again. This time it's Ricci getting in the way. He sends it down the ice. Coming into the zone on the right side, that was Thompson. He got knocked off the puck, and the Lumberjacks send it right back in. Flajo leaves it behind the net. Picked up back there by Leotino, and he'll carry it down through the neutral zone, dumping it in. Playing off that ricochet is Thompson. He leaves it on the left side boards, looking to get to Long. Long can't control it, and that allows the Lumberjacks to get to the blue line. Stopped there by Powassan, sent to the far side corner. Comes back off the boards, trying to get the shot from the slot. Cleared away by the Lumberjacks, and they send it over the glass and out of play with 2:52 remaining in the first period. It's a 2-0 lead for the Lumberjacks.
So not a penalty in this league, but that does not allow the Hearst Lumberjacks to get a change as that puck was cleared directly over the glass, but forces an offensive draw for the Voodoos.
Little off the draw, sends it from the blue line around to the far side corner. Stricheluk there sends it back in the corner for Smetham. Trying to get around from a couple of players in behind the net. Sent to the near side boards, and it's cleared out by the Lumberjacks. Can't convert a pass, and now it's the Voodoos going the other way. They turn it over, trying to get it back. They bring it over on side. Smetham's shot is right into the glove of Dinsdale, and he holds on to it again.
When you're looking at the Western Conference, two teams already on the brink of elimination. As first off, the Sioux Thunderbirds surprising the Blind River Beavers, winning the first 3 games of that series, and have a chance to eliminate the Blind River Beavers tomorrow night in Game 4. And then the other series, it's the Greater Sudbury Cubs holding a 3-1 lead over the Espanola Paper Kings. Game 5 of that series is Thursday evening in Sudbury.
16-8 are the shots in favor of the Voodoos. They trail 2-0 with 2:10 remaining in the first period. Lumberjacks bring the puck forward, sent down the ice, ricochet around on the far side boards, and our collision there. The Lumberjacks end up with the puck. They play it on net, deflected into the pads of Flasheau, and then sent out. And now it's McMillan coming over the blue line. Delayed offside. He can't touch the puck, and that allows the Lumberjacks to breathe for a second and send it down the ice. Now Ricci with it along the end boards, whips that pass around on the near side. Rampersad and Service getting tangled up with each other, but it's Patrick who finds the puck. Patrick bringing it in. He gets tripped up going to the slot, and that's going to be a call going against the Lumberjacks. And the Voodoos get the unfortunate call there, tripping. And it's going to be a 5-on-4 for the Voodoos with 1:31 to play.
So a very important penalty for the Powassan Voodoos, as they will be on the power play here, as that is Liam Rampersad going to the penalty box, as the Voodoos 0 for 1 on the man advantage so far this evening.
Not only are they 0 for 1, they also took a penalty within the last 30 seconds or so of their power play.
Yeah, exactly.
Or less than 30 seconds?
It was 1 second
Oh, there's
left.
only 1 second left.
1 second
Okay.
left. So the Voodoos getting 1:59 on that first power play.
So basically a full power play there.
Basically.
Lemke down the left wing side, sends it to the near side to Little. Little into the corner, and again a big scrum over there, but coming out of that is Lemke with the puck. Sends it to Wilkie. Wilkie switches to the right side, now sends it to Lemke on the left. Back to the blue line to Gazic, who carries it down to the corner. Centers it through the slot to the right side. The shot coming in. Save made. Rebound can't be redirected. And Gazic falls down behind the net. And the puck is taken away from him and sent to the blue line. Kept in the zone by Little. Sends it to the slot. Shot coming in. It's off the shoulder. And then punched away to the near side boards. Picked up there by Gazic. Down to the point to Little. Little back to, check that Lemke there. The shot goes through the blue paint all the way to the far side off the boards and sent down the ice. 15 seconds remaining in the first period. The Voodoos trying not to get shut out here in the opening 20 minutes. Gazic into the corner. Lost control. It's sent down the ice, and that's going to do it here in the first period. 20 minutes are in the books, and for the first time all series, the Hearst Lumberjacks will head to the locker room with the lead.
Yeah, the Hearst Lumberjacks open up the scoring 4:13 in the game as Klugerman gets his second of the series. And then almost 10 minutes later on the power play, Mason Favrich makes it a 2-0 game. But the Voodoos outshooting the Lumberjacks 18-9 in that first period. Dinsdale looking solid in goal for the Lumberjacks.
He absolutely is. As you said, 18 saves so far in the first period. And the Powassan Voodoos will go to the locker room and review it among themselves. They've got some work to do in the second, and we'll get there in about 15 minutes or so. It's Matthew Sukram with Derek Lindeman. You're watching on Hockey TV. You're listening to the Frontline broadcast on YouTube, presented by Average Joe's, and we'll be right back.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road. Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sucrum, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And welcome back inside the Powassan Sportsplex, where after 20 minutes of play, it's the visiting Hearst Lumberjacks leading the Powassan Voodoos by a score of 2-0 as we get set for play in this second period, as the Voodoos will still have 29 seconds left on the man advantage to get this period started. And just welcome back as you are watching Voodoos hockey on Hockey TV or listening to it on the Frontline YouTube channel. As my name is Derek Lindemann, I'm joined by Matt Sukram. Matt, Voodoos got to get things going, and I think got to get things early here in the second period to get some momentum.
Well, certainly I think they should look to take advantage of the power play here. They've still got some time on it. There's a shot coming in. It's deflected and stays in play in the near side corner. Gazic from the sideboards, and that one is off a stick and up and over the glass and out of play. Now, they've gotten a lot of shots on Disdale, but haven't really made him move a lot in net.
Exactly. I count a couple breakaways in that first period, but not really any good control on them, and really having had him moving left to right and getting some one-time opportunities as he moves across. But the Voodoos have 18 shots. They just got to keep doing it and try and get him moving a little bit to his sides.
Lumberjacks get the puck out, and we're back to 5-on-5. So the Voodoos can't take advantage of their second power play of the game. In behind the net, moved around to the near side board, or to the far side board, shot back into the zone by the Lumberjacks and never cleared the area. Down to the point again, Schillinglaw fires it in, that's stopped. Goes to the near side boards. Shot behind the net, back up to the blue line. Schillinglaw can't keep it in this time. And he backtracks and just dumps it right into the Voodoos' end. 2-0 Hearst lead, 18:45 remaining in the second period. Leotino sends it down the right side boards, coming in with speed towards the net. Getting the puck poked off his stick was McLean, but the Lumberjacks turn it back over the neutral zone, back and forth there off a couple of skates, and now it's the Lumberjacks going in, pushed off the puck as they went towards the net. Now it's at the far side boards. That is Harley. He sends it in, and the save is made by the Voodoos netminder, Flageau.
It'll be interesting to see if head coach Marc-Alain Bégin made any adjustments in between periods as the Hearst Lumberjacks have that 2-goal lead. And I wonder if they'll sit back a little bit more and be a little bit more passive in closing up that center of the ice, which the Voodoos tried to capitalize on a couple times.
I don't even think they were all that aggressive really in the first period, outside a couple of spurts and then the power play that led to the goal.
We'll just have to wait and see. There might be a trap up there, but it's a very important game for the Lumberjacks, as you don't want to fall down 3 games to none.
And they're in verge of putting the Voodoos down 3 goals to none, and they almost did it there as the puck went over the shoulder of Flageau and off the crossbar and out.
Second time he's been beaten up hard.
There's a turnover, and the Voodoos overskate the puck. Oh my goodness. They talk about being a game of inches. Well, both teams missed golden opportunities by inches there.
Yeah, first the Lumberjacks ring went off the crossbar over top of the shoulder of Flageau, and then the Voodoos just overskating a puck, which could have been a clear-cut breakaway.
Harley falls down at the blue line. Almost nobody around him, and the officials call tripping on the play.
Can't see who made their way to the penalty box, but it's going to be the second time the Hearst Lumberjacks are on the man advantage, as they were able to capitalize on their first opportunity back in the first period as Sparridge put the Lumberjacks up 2-0. on that power play goal, and now the Voodoos are going to have to see as they send a player to the penalty box. It's going to be number 18 going to the box for the Voodoos, Chase Thompson.
That was a weird play. They just called tripping and said someone's going to go to the box. They had no idea who they wanted to send to the box.
It almost looked like Peter Goulet was motioning to the official that the actual penalty was to a player getting some equipment worked on.
So the Lumberjacks, as you said, get that dangerous power play out there. A pass to the far side is knocked away by Shields, and it's sent down the ice. 40 seconds already gone on this power play, but as we've seen, the Lumberjacks don't need a lot of time. Pichette sends it off a skate to the far side boards. Picked up over there by Patterson. Plays it back to the point. Back in down low, Patterson, he gets tripped up behind the net. Tripped actually by the ref that time. No penalty there.
No penalty. It'd be hard to put himself in the penalty box, but I'm sure he could find a way.
Here come the Lumberjacks back into the zone. And again, if it was just off a clean entry into the zone and then a shot on net in how they scored that second goal of the game on the power play. But this time the Voodoos send it right back down the ice. Como with a little chip ahead, gets it into the zone. Battling on the near side boards. It comes to the line. The shot comes in and stopped. And now the Voodoos get it out, but they can't complete a pass going the other way as it was Ricci trying to get it up to Little, and it just didn't work.
Voodoos doing an excellent job not allowing the Lumberjacks to get an easy entry into the zone. Last 30 seconds, the Lumberjacks haven't even had any opportunity in the Voodoos area yet.
Down to 5 on the power play with 15:20 to play. 2-0 Lumberjacks lead, and it'll stay at 2-0 as we jump back to 5 of 5. Just barely, though, as it's off the shoulder and on the blue paint, and it stays out of the net. The play continues as the net somehow is still stabilized as the puck goes to the far side boards. Now it's sent around behind the net. Play back there. Klugerman looking for it. It's off a stick and picked up back there by Shields, and Shields will move through the neutral zone. Dumping that in. Shields plays it off the boards, tries to flip it onto the net. It's turned away, and Shepard is able to get it up to the blue line, and a big collision involving a couple players in the official right in front of the Voodoos bench, but the puck is inside the neutral zone. Shepard coming in down the left wing side, going into the corner. He's being pressured, kept to the outside. Now it's at the blue line. That's Klugerman with a shot. I check out Thornley Hill with a shot that goes wide. Comes back to the near side boards. And in towards the end boards where Shepard is stationed. He gets pushed into the boards. And a couple of guys digging away at it there. 14:10 remaining in the second period. Still 2-0 for the Lumberjacks. Puck move behind the net. Falling down is Boulanger. And tripping will be the call again.
Another tripping call inside the defensive zone, and again going against the Powassan Voodoos, as that is number 21 for the Voodoos. Michael McLean going to the box as the Hearst Lumberjacks will go back on the power play here just a couple minutes after the last one expired. Voodoos did an excellent job on the last penalty kill and not even allowing the Lumberjacks to get a single shot on that advantage.
Shot comes in, turned aside. Not sure if Flasho got a piece of it or not. It goes to the near side corner. It's picked up back there by Klugerman holding it. Sends it to the point. Pichette across a Schillinglaw. Back to Pichette. Walking in. Takes a shot. It's off the skates of Shields. Pichette gets it back, though. Sends it in. That goes wide of the net. Picked up on the near side. It is controlled by Como. Plays it down low. Back to the slot. Off a stick. Right back to Pichette, but he can't direct it towards the net. Now back behind the net. Couple players falling down back there. Little trying to find the puck for the Voodoos. It goes around on the near side. They get it to the point, and Schillinglaw can't hold it, and it's sent down the ice. 1:10 remaining in the power play. Third of the game for the Lumberjacks. Pichette sends it on net, and that one's turned aside. Racing towards it is Gazic. Gazic gets knocked into the board. And the puck comes back the other way. Now Palfy driving in. Sends it up to the point. Back to Palfy in the circle. Sends it through the slot. Picked up off the boards by Pichette. Schillinglaw back to Pichette. Tried to play it to the middle. It's knocked away by the Voodoos and sent down the ice.
Voodoos doing an excellent job taking away that backdoor pass. We've seen it work once already tonight and almost a second time on this opportunity. And the Voodoos got to be aware of that guy cutting in backdoor.
Play back into the Voodoo zone with 15 seconds to go on the power play. Set. Svarage's shot goes in, but it's a stop made by Flasho. Another chance from a shark angle. That one is stopped. And then Flasho covers it up for the stoppage in play.
Two straight shots there. Flasho having to lock down that short side, makes the initial save and then a secondary save before he was able to hold on to it. The Lumberjacks 3 shots so far on this man advantage as there's still 6 seconds left in this power play, but the Voodoos again doing an excellent job on this PK, but still in the first almost 8 minutes of this game, the Voodoos have been held without a shot on goal as Dinsdale has not had any action here in this middle frame.
The Hearst Lumberjacks were the highest scoring team in the league this season, and the Voodoos have done a good job so far of keeping that scoring touch at bay, because it's been the Voodoos offense that has really gotten themselves going in the first 2 games, but now they're looking for it to re-emerge here in game 3 as there's a chance. That one stopped. Big pad save made by the goaltender Dinsdale, and the puck is cleared. Cross-check call.
And it's going to be the Powassan Voodoos player, McMillan, going to the penalty boxes for the 3rd consecutive time. In this period, the Hearst Lumberjacks will go to the power play, and this has been 4 straight penalties against the Powassan Voodoos since they had their power play advantage to start off this game, as the crowd not liking what they see there from the officials on the ice. So the Voodoos again in this first half will have to be excellent to kill off this man advantage. It'll be difficult if they fall down 3 goals.
There's a chance. It goes up high. Save made. Klugerman at the line. Walking in. Takes a shot. Save made. Rebound is right on the doorstep. And Flasho finds it. Like you said, Derek, 3rd straight penalty that the Voodoos have taken in this period. Remember, they carried over a penalty from the first period. Liam Rampersard got called at 18:29.
So I had said 4 straight against Powassan, but it's actually been 3 straight after that penalty. This basically started the second period with the Voodoos on the power play.
And that's really been the only chance the Voodoos have had. Little was held going into the zone, or coming out of the zone. His jersey almost choking him, and the officials have to call that one, and they do, as Schillinglaw will be sent to the box.
And it's not only one official, it was all 400 officials in this building making that call and made sure that they got that one called, as it's going to be a double minor going against Schillinglaw, as he gets not only a holding call but also an interference call. So the Voodoos we'll see 4-on-4 action for the next minute 37, and then the Voodoos will have a power play for 2 minutes and 23 seconds, and it'll be very important to see. This is a great opportunity for the Voodoos to cut into this lead.
4-on-4, here we go. The pass is stopped, and getting it out of the zone is Mintenko. Mintenko skating to the middle, takes a shot, Flasho's out of position, puck on the near side, and it's turned away. The holding was the obvious call, and because he was going in on a breakaway, you also had to call the interference.
It's a really weird call because not the same official made both calls. Each official called it a different one, so just interesting to see if maybe that was a makeup call from one official to pay back for the last couple trips for the Voodoos.
In the neutral zone, Little has it, drops it back across to the far side to Shields, coming down the left wing, over the blue line, gets around one player. Shields still on his feet, trying to get control of the puck again, but taken away by Harley and sent out to Pichette, who carries it out of the zone. 10 minutes to play in the second period. There's still 25 seconds remaining in 4-on-4, and then the Voodoos will have a power play. Leotino goes to the near side corner, sends it across the zone. It goes off a stick over the glass and out of play. So 15 seconds remaining in the penalty to Hearst, who has now tied the Voodoos with 18 shots apiece. It's 2-0 for the Lumberjacks. And I guess we've reached our halfway point, so we'll take a break.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the Alumni Job Portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
Matthew Sucrum with you here alongside Derek Lindemann. It's game 3 of the opening round series between the Powassan Voodoos and the Hearst Lumberjacks. And right now, the Lumberjacks have a 2-0 lead. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on Hockey TV and right here on the Frontline Broadcast YouTube channel.
Talking about 2-0 leads, the Timmins Rock currently leading the French River Rapids in Game 4 by that same score, 2-0, as the Rock, with a victory, could go up 3-1 in that series, could finish off the French River Rapids Thursday, as they currently with that 2-1 lead, but still, Voodoos trail 2-0, and after 15 seconds of 4-on-4 action, the Voodoos will be on a lengthy power play of 2 minutes and 23 seconds to see if they can cut this lead in half as they trail currently 2-0. 9:50 remaining in this middle frame, and you are watching Voodoos hockey on Hockey TV and also listening to it on the Frontline YouTube channel.
You can also subscribe to the Frontline podcast, where this week, Caden Long and Dan DiRoccolo of the Powassan Voodoos joined Courtney Kenny and Ben Sargent in studio for an NOJHL playoff preview. Oh, Derek was there. I'm sorry. I didn't have the schedule, buddy. I'm sorry.
It was a great episode. Two wonderful young guys with an opportunity to talk Voodoos hockey.
And former NHL draft pick and Dallas Stars prospect and Team Canada gold medalist Colton Point will join Courtney Kenny. And you? Not you.
No, Ben Sargent.
And Ben Sargent for that episode. That'll drop at midnight tonight. Gazic with the shot. They score! Gazic not waiting till midnight to get the Voodoos on the board. It's 2-1 on the power play goal. And the Voodoos have life in Game 3.
What can you say about that shot by Thomas Gazic, as that's his second goal of this series, and just what the doctor ordered for the Powassan Voodoos as they strike on the man advantage, as Gazic, walking into the top of the circle, gets a little help from the iron to get the Voodoos on the board and cut this lead in half, as that is only the first shot of this period for the Powassan Voodoos, and we've got ourselves a hockey game.
One shot, one goal in the second period. He had 7 goals in 32 games in the regular season, 21 points for Thomas Gazic, but he's got a big one here tonight.
Yeah, Thomas Gazic was one of these additions early in the season, looking to get a little bit of offensive output from him. It took him a little bit to get accustomed to the hockey up here, but he certainly has, and he has done so well getting the Voodoos on the board here. Still 8:50 left in the second period, and it will be, now it's the Hearst Lumberjacks that have to respond after giving up a goal.
Now the Lumberjacks are fortunate that that goal was scored when it was, because that erases the remaining power play time in what was a double minor.
Yeah, very important, that clock management, but it's a power play goal, and that's how the Voodoos, they got to keep moving and capitalizing.
And coming down the ice is McLean, puts it on net, save made, and then a huge hit thrown behind the net, knocking down Liam's service, allowing the Lumberjacks to bring the puck out of the zone. Over the blue line, down the right wing side, they play it to the near side corner. Trying to find that puck is Macmillan. He gets it up to Patrick, who gets it through the neutral zone. The puck stops. A lot of snow built up right in front of that Voodoos bench, and that slowed the puck down and didn't allow them to get the icing called against the Powassan Voodoos there. But the Lumberjacks, either way, will bring the puck out. All 5 of them moving forward. They draw the pass back, the shot. Glove save made by Flageau. Shot coming in. I believe that was Harley on the shot. I checked, it might have been Schillinglaw who unleashed that one. Yes, it was Schillinglaw.
Really like the way Liam Service is playing in this game. He's not afraid to get into those corners, even if it takes a big hit like it did to knock him off the puck. Liam Service, one of those players already having a commitment for next year, as he'll be joining RMC for the Paladins in the upcoming U Sports season.
7:50 to play as the Voodoos bring it out of the zone. O'Brien chips it ahead. Skating down the right wing, sends it across the zone. It gets by Little and out to the neutral zone. Sent back to Gazic, coming in on the right wing. Plays it to the middle. Shot coming in. Save made by the goaltender Dinsdale. And once again, that's a shot. It's a good shot from Lemke, but it's right at the netminder, who has now made 20 saves.
Yeah, good shot. You had 2 other of your teammates crashing down in the net, and Dinsdale making a good save and not giving up a rebound, as that would have been a great opportunity for the Voodoos to get back on level ground. You've got to keep pushing and keep pushing the envelope, and good things will happen for the Voodoos.
Lumberjacks try to clear it out. They got a second chance at it here. Thornley Hall is able to dump it down. There's a hard hit on the far side again. The Lumberjacks team is a tough team. They play a very physical style. Out of the zone. Here comes Stritcheluk down the right wing side, looking for his first of the postseason, but it gets stopped. And now it's Fullerton. Plays it over. The shot save made. Rebound chance denied as well as Dinsdale stops Stritcheluk twice.
2 point-blank opportunities there for Stritcheluk.
Up to the blue line. LaBelle plays it into the half boards. Across to the far side. Out to the neutral zone. Rampersad dumps it in. Flageau tries to play to the corner. Turned over. In on the backhand. The save is made. And Flageau gets bailed out there. He bails himself out there. Dumped in by Patrick. Macmillan following it to the corner. 6:10 remaining in the second period. The Voodoos down by a goal. Service to the middle. Sends it to the left side boards. Shot coming in. That's stopped. They get the puck back. Still trying on the far side. That one's knocked away. Now down the point, Liam Service with a shot, and that one's high. In the corner, ricocheted off the glass. Service can't keep it in. Racing it down is Leotino. He sends it the other way. Delayed offside. Now McMillan. Smart play as he comes in, but he pays the price for not keeping his feet moving as he gets run over by the Captain Palfy.
Yeah, he had a couple Lumberjacks coming down his vision line, and he did a good job getting that puck in deep before taking that hit.
Yeah, they certainly lumbered into him, didn't they?
Oh,
in behind the net.
They took him down.
Behind the net. And now they chopped him down. There you go. They chopped him down. Yeah, like every Lumberjack fan is going, okay, we haven't heard that this season. Here comes Long now. Sends it on net. Deflection, scores! Jack Kelly has tied it. 2-2 in Game 3.
Jack Kelly with a nice little touch, picking up his first goal of the postseason as the native of Maddock, Ontario, gets the Voodoos back on level ground with 5:09 left in this second period. And the Voodoos starting to get a little bit of pressure, starting to make Dinsdale move laterally east to west across his crease area, and this time just a little touch as Patrick tips that back over the shoulder, and we're back level here 5 minutes to go.
Well, the name of this game has been quality, not quantity in the shot category, as O'Brien brings it down, sends it to the left side, kick behind the net, picking that puck up are the Voodoos, they turn it over, and the Lumberjacks come out of the zone. Harley to the right side, bringing it in, shot coming in off the shoulder of Flageau and over the glass and out of play. I mean, in the first period, the Lumberjacks scored twice on just 9 shots. Now the Voodoos have scored twice on what, just 7 shots.
Yeah, Jack Kelly getting the goal, Caden Long and Lemke picking up the assist, Chase Thompson with Caden Long, and that's one of the things that you can hear on the Frontline podcast is how Caden Long talks about the chemistry between Kelly, Thompson, and himself.
In the neutral zone, it's picked up and sent down towards the M boards. Fullerton's there, he flips it around on the far side, and we got a brand new hockey game on our hands here, folks. 2-2 in the second period. Out to the neutral zone. Harley picks it up, sends it back in towards the blue line. Back out to the neutral zone. Controlling that are the Lumberjacks. Morton plays it to the right side as he enters the zone. Back to the point. Schillinglaw's shot is blocked as Strichala gets in front of it. It's off his body and sent down the ice. Now Thornley Hall with it. Plays it to the far side to Schillinglaw. Sends it out to the neutral zone. Palfy had it to the left side. Klugerman's shot goes off the body of Flageau. Sent down to the point, Thornley Hall across to the right side. Shot comes in, save made. Getting that blocker down is Flageau to deny that opportunity by the Lumberjacks. Out to the neutral zone, it's Strichaluk again. He dumps it in on the right wing side with 3:25 to play in the second period. It's been the Powassan Voodoos, the only ones getting on the board here in this period to tie up the game 2-2. Still inside the zone. Here comes Service. Backhanded shot is flipped off a stick. Service gets his own rebound back and he sends it towards the netminder, but Dinsdale makes the stop. 3:07 to play in the second period. 2-2 the score.
Almost like the periods is flipped here compared from the first to the second. In the first period, it was the Powassan Voodoos out-shooting immensely the Hearst Lumberjacks, but the Lumberjacks getting 2 goals. And in this period, shots are 15-7 for the Hearst Lumberjacks, but it's the Voodoos getting both goals to get back on level ground. So Flageau really having an excellent period, 15 saves so far.
Down to the point, LaBelle sends it in, deflected. It goes just wide of the net, but then stays at the near side post before the Voodoos find it and get it out of the zone. LaBelle across to the far side. Held onto, now dumped in by Rampersad. The Voodoos try to clear it, it's turned over, but Service gets it back. And Service turns it around and brings it down the right wing side, drops it to Patrick. And it's poked away from the stick of Patrick and sent back out through the neutral zone. Now it's Patterson coming in. Patterson towards the net, plays it to the far side, but that one's turned away. Now Patrick right down the middle. Over the blue line, shot coming in and out of the glove. Left alone in the slot, they're trying to cover it up, and they do. An awkward looking play there for the Lumberjacks, but it remains effective as Dinsdale makes the save.
I like the way the Powassan Voodoos keep the pressure on. The puck looked loose there for a little bit, and you got the Voodoos going to the net, and the Hearst Lumberjacks trying to get it back to Dinsdale to get that whistle, and the Voodoos looking to try and get that loose puck and find a way to poke it past, but Dinsdale does get the whistle, and it's going to be a very important 2:13 here as the Hearst Lumberjacks don't want to give up another one here in this middle frame to the Voodoos.
Lumberjacks win the draw, and they'll skate through the zone. Into the far side corner. Little falls down. Trying to find the puck again, and he does. Little out of the zone. To the middle, back to the right wing side, it's Long. Long to the left side, pass back to the middle, and then turned away. They were just a couple of guys falling down there and just couldn't complete the play.
Probably a little too much passing. Got to get a shot off when you have that 4-on-2 opportunity. Caden Long, I want to see him take that shot from the high slot and have your teammates crash the post looking for rebounds. But you got to think back to early in this second period when Gregory Harley rings one off of the crossbar above the shoulder of Flageau. At the moment, that would have made it 3-0. But when you look at that, the difference is the Voodoos were able to capitalize and come back and get a couple here.
Like we said, a game of inches, right? You wonder where they would have been, or where this game would have been had they converted that goal. Now at the blue line, the Voodoos play it ahead. It's a 3-on-1 the other way. O'Brien down the right side, takes a shot, save made. Rebound chance, it's denied. A third shot is through the slot and then picked up off the boards.
Gotta really like that shot by O'Brien to that far pad, setting up that rebound opportunity. Unfortunately, Lemke just had it hop over his stick.
Check that. McLean, turns it over. Gets it back. McLean up ahead to O'Brien. Down the left wing, O'Brien fans on the pass to the middle, but McLean finds it, and he sends it wide of the net. Now it's Gazic. Down the half boards. Gazic and Klugerman battling there. Thornley Hall joins in for the Lumberjacks. Gazic still looking for it here. Knocked off his stick and away goes Klugerman. But he turns it over at the blue line. Little dumps it down the ice. Stricheluk's going to get to it. And Stricheluk goes offside with the puck about 30 feet away from him.
Yeah, and a possible 2-on-1 would have been created if Stricheluk was able to stay on side, but the pass coming from inside the zone is going to force the faceoff all the way back just outside the Voodoos blue line, right in front of the Hearst Lumberjacks bench. But a glorious opportunity the Voodoos had, just ruined by an offside call.
20 seconds remaining in the second period. Harley has it, dumps it down the left wing side. Flageau plays it out. The Lumberjacks will chase it down and run down the clock here, and a terrific second period for the Voodoos will come to an end. They lead 27-24 in shots, but more importantly, they've tied the game at 2 apiece. And through 40 minutes of Game 3, we're all even at 2.
Yeah, shots in that second period, 15-9 for the Lumberjacks, but it is the Voodoos who strike twice in that middle frame to get back on level ground. And to me, the difference in that second half of that second period was the speed. The Voodoos started to use their speed, creating opportunities, driving the puck in with that speed and getting the goaltender to move east and west, and a couple nice little touches, and the Voodoos are on the board. And it's going to be an interesting second period as both teams don't want to lose this game. 3 here as the Voodoos looking to take a stranglehold and go up by 3, and the Hearst Lumberjacks looking to get one back after losing both on home ice, Matt.
And we will see what is in store for us in the third period in about 17 minutes or so. For Derek Lindeman, I'm Matthew Sugrum. Thanks so much for joining us this evening, and we'll be back with the third period in just a little bit. You're watching the Powassan Voodoos on Hockey TV and listening to it on the Frontline broadcast on YouTube, presented by Average Joe's. Stay tuned.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road. Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canador's alumni office. Visit canadorcollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And welcome back. Third period about to get underway. The Powassan Voodoos 2, the Hearst Lumberjacks 2, as period number 3 is set to begin in Game 3. Derek, players to watch, how are they looking so far tonight?
Well, our players to watch tonight for the Hearst Lumberjacks coming into tonight, Adam Shinglaw still without a shot or without a point in this game, does have 4 penalty minutes as he was in the box for that first goal by the Powassan Voodoos, and Chase Stritchkaluk without a point for the Powassan Voodoos, but is having an excellent game offensively, creating many opportunities.
And he has created many opportunities so far in this series. He'll certainly be looking to get his name back on the score sheet. 4 assists going into tonight's game for Stritchaluk. Morton into the Powassan zone, gets knocked away from the puck. It's picked up by Little. Going down the right wing side, sends it in, goes wide of the net. Little with his own rebound, but he backhands it just wide. Picked up on the near side boards. There's a shot coming in. That one is stopped. Reese Smetham unleashing that one. And it's sent down the other way. Into the near side corner. And back up to the blue line, carried by Leotino. Down the left wing side. Delayed offside against Leotino there. And the Lumberjacks hold it. And now they clear the zone. Carried out down the left wing by Harley. He comes over the blue line, drops it back. Now Rampersad on the right side to the middle. Shot coming in. Save made by Flageau. And it'll be chased down the ice by Borkevich. Into the far side corner now. And held behind the net.
Powassan appearing to start this third period, sitting a little bit back, looking to see if the Lumberjacks can create a turnover in the neutral zone.
Behind the net, sent to the near side corner, back behind the net. I believe that's Long back there looking for it. Long's got Ricci with him as the Voodoos are trying to get it out of the area. Pichette picks it up, sent to the point, that's over the blue line. And a delayed arm going up there on that play.
Almost caught the linesman off guard as the player was about 2 feet behind the blue line. Kind of thought it appeared to look like he thought he was onside himself.
17:50 remaining in the third period. And a stoppage in play coming up there. 2-2 the score.
Really interested to see the Powassan Voodoos, how they came out sitting back a little bit in the trap to start this period after how well they did, taking advantage of their speed, especially in that second half of the second period. Both times they got their speed going, led to either a man advantage or to that second goal for the Powassan Voodoos, and I want to see them get back to playing that speed game.
And this right here could be the most important period of this entire series.
Exactly. Powassan wins this, you're got a stranglehold up, you're up 3-0 with a game tomorrow night on home ice in a clinching scenario. Hearst Lumberjacks, you're guaranteed to go back to Hearst for game 5, and you're not going to face elimination down here in Powassan. And talking about elimination, the Timmins Rock currently have a 4-1 lead over the French River Rapids late in the second period of play there in French River, as it's currently 2-1 for the Timmins Rock.
But what the Voodoos have done right now themselves, by taking the first 2 games in Hearst, they have given themselves home ice advantage in the series. They now have 2 opportunities to win the series at home.
And if you catch the podcast in which Courtney and I talk about the upcoming playoffs, we thought it was very important for Powassan to take a split up in Hearst, and they did better than that, winning both of those games to open up the series.
The Voodoos have set themselves up for a potential win in Game 4 and in Game 6, which they host of both. But again, that's really depending on how this period goes here. Whereas the Hearst Lumberjacks now only have the same amount of opportunities to clinch on home ice as the Voodoos, but they're not going to be able to do it in a Game 5. They would have to do it in a Game 7 at home.
Yeah, very key, and the importance is to keep that home ice advantage. You're not out of it, and now Powassan not out of it until they lose twice on home ice.
And the Voodoos have been a very good team at home in the regular season. 21-8 on home ice for the Voodoos this year. Those 42 points ranked third in the East and fifth overall in the NOJHL this season. Just one overall win behind the Hearst Lumberjacks, who are 22-6-1-0 as a home team this season as well.
This building is very difficult to play in, especially during playoff time. When you get 400 people in here, it almost makes the ice feel smaller with how close the stands are to the ice surface.
Lemke with a shot off the blocker in the slot, and that one's turned away. The Lumberjacks so far have been doing a good job stifling any potential attack the Voodoos are trying to put together. Here they come again. Shot towards off the backhand, turned aside by the netminder as Dinsdale plays it over to his defender, who clears it. Shot back in, delayed offside, and that will allow the Lumberjacks to pick it up. And it's Schillinglaw sending it in, and Girocolo makes the save. That will be his 24th of the game. 15:28 to go in the third, 2-2 the score. Right now it feels like both teams playing it a little bit safe right now. Neither one wanting to give up the go-ahead goal at this stage.
Exactly, both teams playing safe, making sure that they clean up the center of the ice, and both goaltenders not giving up those rebounds. Flagel has been perfect since the 13-minute mark of that first period.
And in behind the net, Thornley Hall back there, I believe. Check that. Harley sending it out. Como dumping it in. Around the far side boards, Leotino trying to push it out for Powassan, and it goes off a skate and gets the job done either way for the Voodoos. Pichette chasing it back. Tries to get a pass the other way, but that's off the skate of Bortkiewicz and sent back into the Hearst zone.
And Powassan continuing to sit back in that trap, making the neutral zone very difficult to maneuver.
Hearst bringing it over with speed. It's turned aside. The Voodoos trying to go the other way. That's stopped. Hearst sending it back in the zone. And there's a chance, and that one's turned away and carried out by Patrick. Over the blue line, down the left wing side. Backhands it towards the net. Play broken up by the Lumberjacks, and they've got time to get it out as Palfy sends it to the near side and sends it out to the neutral zone. Coming in, Shepard. The shot goes off the shoulder of the goaltender Flagel. Schillinglaw picks it up, plays it in the corner. Schillinglaw again with it. Goes to the line, sends it across the zone to the far side corner. Controlled there by Thornley Hall. And two of the Lumberjacks players collide with each other, and that allows the Voodoos to get the puck out of the zone. Probably the most sustained time the Lumberjacks have had in the attacking zone in the third period, but didn't even get a shot on net in that sequence.
One of the issues when you got a couple APs in your lineup is unfamiliarity, and it just showed there as an AP ran into one of your regular players.
That's Xavier Boulanger. Now a collision in the neutral zone. The arm goes up. Tripping will be the call.
And it was really weird seeing which way it was going to go, but it is going to go against the Hearst Lumberjacks, as getting that 2-minute call for tripping is Liam Rampersad. Was a very dangerous looking play as two players coming across the neutral zone, both going almost looked like knee on knee. And thankful enough, both players were able to get back up to their feet and make their way. But a very important penalty power play now for the Voodoos as they capitalized last time they were on the man advantage.
Wilkie to the right side, trying to get it on the stick of Gazic. It's past him, but Little stops at the line, takes a shot, deflected wide, rebound chance denied there, and picked up by the Lumberjacks and cleared. 13 minutes to go in the third period. 2-2 the score. And the Voodoos with a minute and about 40 seconds or so in their power play left. Little over the blue line. Dumps it in. Sends it whipped around the boards, and that will go the length of the ice again, and the Voodoos will have to bring it forward.
Sorry, that penalty was actually against Xavier Boulanger of the Powassan Voodoos, or of the Hearst Lumberjacks.
And that would turn over. Pichette with a chance, but he gets kept to the outside. Now he sends it out of the zone for Schillinglaw. Schillinglaw sends it to the near side to Kitch. And Kitch will send it back all the way down the ice, and that will kill quite some time in the Voodoos power play.
And now it's the Voodoos struggling to get any zone time set up in the offensive zone on this power play.
Here they come. It's Shields sending it on the backhand. That goes past everybody and back out to the neutral zone. Probably about 15 seconds or so remaining in the power play. Again, for those that aren't aware, we cannot see the second-hand clock on the penalty clock for the Powassan Voodoos side here. There's a stanchion blocking that from our view from our broadcast booth. Either we need a new clock next year or just build us a new broadcast booth. I'm fine with either one.
10 seconds now remaining. I'll be your clock.
You did the math from when they took the penalty, right? I was trying to do that in my head. Here comes Strichelov, the shot off the shoulder, and it goes up high over the glass and out of play. I was trying to remember. Okay, it was almost 13 minutes. They're down to about 11:30. Yeah, we're coming in pretty close here.
Yeah, we're back to 5-on-5 action now as that penalty has expired. The Voodoos do get one glorious opportunity there at the end of the power play, and now it's going to be seeing which team wants to push the envelope and try and get that go-ahead goal here as we're almost halfway through this third period.
Face off inside the circle, left side circle, and they cannot win it as Jack Kelly gets pushed out. He's got a goal tonight, though. Chase Thompson keeps it in the zone, puts it on net, back up to Kelly at the line, and his shot goes too high. And what do you feel right now? The Voodoos just holding the stick a little too tightly here and just not having the full, not effort is the word I'm looking for, but they just seem a little out of sync on those opportunities.
They still haven't started to really get going offensively here. That power play was the first time we see them try and get something going other than sitting back in the trap as we see them set up right away in that 1-3, 1-2-2 format after giving up the puck in the offensive zone.
Trying to neutralize the Lumberjacks offense, but not giving yourself a ton of top opportunities offensively to counter.
Well, that's what they're trying to do, is not give up any chances and see if they can get a counter punch going.
Patrick's shot is blocked on that zone entry, and the puck comes out of the zone. High stick will be the call against the Voodoos, as McMillan decided he wasn't going to let the Lumberjacks touch it all the way down in the Voodoos zone.
When you think about it, it's the Lumberjacks that really got to start pushing offensively, knowing that they don't want to fall down 3-0 here in this first round series, whereas the Voodoos do have that advantage of being up 2 games, already winning twice on the road, and can sit back and try and wait for the Lumberjacks to make that mistake.
The pass to the slot splits the D, and it's sent down the ice. 10:15 to play in the third period. 2-2 the score. You can feel the tension in this building. Hey, it's a low murmur or a low hush over the crowd here.
Not even a forecheck by the Powassan Voodoos. They lose the puck, and they sit right back into almost that 1-4.
Shields is knocked down, but he shields the puck and gets it up to Little. Little coming in, takes a shot that just misses wide. They're trying to go stick side on the goaltender there. Now it's the Lumberjacks on the counterattack. Harley puts it towards the net, but as has been the case all period, too many Voodoos in the way. And now it's Lemke down the other side. Takes a shot. It bounces off the glove of the goaltender and comes out to the neutral zone. Now Liatino leads the charge going in. Liatino puts it on net. Save made. Rebound picked up by the Lumberjacks, but putting the pressure on down low in the zone. The Voodoos. Looks like Lemke, and now it's up to McLean. McLean skating in. Takes a shot. Save made by the goaltender Dinsdale. We're halfway through the third, and we'll take a break. It's 2-2, Voodoos and Lumberjacks.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perk. Get information on special events and news or access the Alumni Job Portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
So we will have those 3 stars after the game. Any early picks for yourself, Derek, on who you think might be one of 3 stars? Maybe Jack Kelly, who's got a goal tonight for the Powassan Voodoos. I mean, the goaltender Dinsdale's made 30 saves on the game so far tonight. Anything in that realm that you can think of?
It's a tough call. You gotta like the play also of Thomas Gazic in that conversation for being part of that 3 stars, getting that opening goal, a very good individual effort, but it's just been, both teams have been playing 2 solid team effort games. And you got to look at Flageau. After giving up 2 goals on 5 shots, he's made 21 straight saves for the Voodoos, and what that did was key to allowing the Voodoos to come back from that 2-goal deficit.
The Voodoos send the puck, or check that, the Lumberjacks send the puck down the ice. Voodoos try to play it right up ahead. Mintenko can't control it going into the Voodoo zone. And now it's Little who sends it out. Little basically shot it at the backup goaltender, Caleb Papineau, former member of the U16 North Bay Trappers, and actually lived in the home of Voodoo's general manager, Chris Dawson. So gets a bit of a rude welcome back there by Alex Little.
Yeah, kind of weird how things kind of go through North Bay, especially Powassan, for goaltending, as right now Michael McIver living with Chris Dawson, but also starter Ethan Disdale was recruited by the Powassan Voodoos last year, and unfortunately didn't sign with the Voodoos and made his way up to Hearst.
He has an aunt that lives in the North Bay area, and this is a Hearst Lumberjacks team that has a lot of fans that do travel for the team. They do have a lot of players from Southern Ontario, so those pairs come up because Powassan is the southernmost team in the NOJHL.
Yeah, and it's not a bad drive to get up here to Powassan, where you just got to think that we're just 3 hours north of Toronto, and it's 4-lane highway all the way.
Long coming in, takes a shot, and it's a save made. Long knows all about that 4-lane highway, as he is a born and bred North Bay native.
And you got to think he spent the last 2 years playing for the Vaughan Kings in the Greater Toronto Hockey League, got drafted by the North Bay Battalion in the U18 draft, as he is a prospect there. And talking to him, he says he still has a lot of communication with the brass of the battalion, and they like the way he plays. It'd be interesting to see if he gets another shot to make that team next year.
You get your name on one of those training camp invites in the OHL, and anything can happen. 7:50 to play in the third. Puck at the line. Stays onside. Como just barely, and now it comes out of the zone. And it's McMillan coming down. Sends it in on the backhand. It's off a stick and to the far side. Shot comes in. That's off a skate and out to the neutral zone. Finding the puck. No, Lemke, check that. Patrick overskates it, but helping him out is Liatino. The defender sends it in to the glove, and the save is made by Dinsdale. Now some pushing and shoving going on. This game hasn't had a lot of animosity outside of the first period. A couple of times it got a little heated in front of Dinsdale, but really nothing really untoward's happening between the two teams, except for right now McMillan and one of the Lumberjacks players, I believe it's Pichette, that are jawing at each other.
And you got to think that the Hearst Lumberjacks got that going in the first period, and they got up 2-0. They changed their game. If you're Hearst, you almost want to get back into playing a little bit of a physical game, trying to create some chances off of the body.
I'm with you there. I think that's the game plan if I'm Hearst. Speaking about being physical, the Powassan Voodoos are about to get sent to the penalty box for a pretty physical play there. Wilkie's getting called for interference.
And that's a tough call. You see that pass being made to the player right in front of you, and you as a defender have to commit early to see if you're going to make that check, and there the puck goes past and jumps over the stick of the Hearst Lumberjacks player, and Mitch Wilkie not having any time to change his mind, and he's following through this check, and the officials having some words there, but it is just going to be a 2-minute interference call going against
And
Mitch
we talked
Wilkie.
about how powerful the Hearst Lumberjacks power play has been all series. This could be the turning point right here. 7:16 to go in the third period. The Voodoos with their biggest defensive stance of the night. Schillinglaw with the shot, and Flageau makes the save, his 25th of the game. 2 the score with 1:52 remaining in the power play for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, the Lumberjacks 1 for 4 on the manage so far this evening. They were 2 for 3 in the first 2 games, as basically almost every one of their goals have come off the power play. They got 1 in every game so far in this series.
2 for 3 in the first 2 games combined, eh? So that's, you'd like a little bit more when you're on home ice for sure, but you're getting the makeup for it here. That's the road team. Down to the point, that's Schillinglaw. Now Pichette walking in. Turns and stays at the top of the circle. Pichette sends it in, deflected, they score. Como sends it behind Flageau. Another power play goal, the 4th of the postseason for the Lumberjacks, and it gives them a late 3-2 lead here in Game 3.
And that's going to be the second goal of the series for Como, as he had 15 goals in the regular season, his second with the Hearst Lumberjacks, and almost identical to that second goal of the Powassan Voodoos, as Como just redirects that past the glove hand of Flageau. And now can the Voodoos find a way to turn that switch to get some offensive pressure back here and get that tying goal?
Voodoos look to bring it out. Liatino dumps it in. And now what you have to do is completely revert from the style that you've been playing this entire period if you're Powassan. They turn it over. Here comes Mintenko. And he gets knocked away from the puck. Poke check made. And Liatino finds it. Liatino down the right side. Dishes it off. Back in front. Liatino, the defender, leading the charge down the ice. It's sent to the far side boards. And again, they come out and sit back there. And now the Voodoos pick it up and dump it in.
And that's the key, is how can you flip that switch and start forechecking and getting some offensive pressure, as again, they're sitting back in that 1-3-1 formation to get a turnover in the neutral zone.
Dumped into the Voodoos end, played around to the near side. Big hit thrown there by Little as he tries to move it out of the zone. He's got Thompson with him. They get it past the blue line. Rampersad knocks it down quickly. Rampersad sends it down the ice, deflected by Patterson into the zone. Picked up though, and sent out to Long. Long across to the near side to Little. Little down the left wing, plays it to Thompson. Thompson hit hard by Patterson, but the puck stays inside the zone on the boards. 5 minutes to play now in the third period. First time all series that the Lumberjacks have led in the third. Into the corner now, behind the net. And it's Morton on the far side, and he will bring it out. Takes a shot from far away. It's off his stick over the glass and out of play. 4:41 remaining in the third period.
And now it's almost like a reverse of the roles that we saw at the start of this period. It's the Hearst Lumberjacks are going to start sitting back to try and protect this 1-goal lead with 4:41 left. And the Powassan Voodoos starting a little bit in the forecheck on that last rush. And now it's to see, can they get some sustained offensive pressure and try and get a puck back past Dinsdale that's looked good so far, making 31 saves for the Hearst Lumberjacks.
Yeah, he's been sharp ever since the Voodoos scored that second goal. Hard hit on the far side boards. Puck whipped around on the near side. Chipped ahead to Strichaluk, who dumps it in. Now played behind the net. Pichette's there for the Lumberjacks. Gets it off the glass and out to the neutral zone. Strichaluk trying to play it up ahead to Smetham. It's past his stick, and the Lumberjacks dump it right back down. And they'll be content to let the Voodoos chase. Little down the left wing. Smetham there. He dumps it in. A lot of quick shifts here for the Voodoos as well. Puck is inside the far side corner, or the near side corner. Macmillan battling for it. Couple of guys involved. The puck sent around to the far side, and it's past the stick of Wilkie and sent down the ice. Wilkie chasing, and it will be icing called. 3:40 to play in the third in Game 3, and it's a 3-2 lead for the Lumberjacks.
Hey, very iffy icing call as that puck almost getting caught up in the snow in front of the benches, but it does make it all the way zone. But the Lumberjacks are happy just to get it outside of their zone and take some pressure off and reset on this face-off opportunity.
Lemke wins it to the near side to Gazic, but he can't hold on to it there. Still on the half boards, now into the corner. Harley whips it around. Pinching in there, O'Brien trying to keep the puck alive as he reverts directions, and it goes to the near side. Harley gets there for the Lumberjacks. He sends it back to the far side, and the Lumberjacks are really making the Voodoos go all over the ice to get the puck. 3:15 to play as Flageau comes out of his net to send it back out of the zone. Puck flip right back into the Voodoos' end, and the Voodoos really wrestling with possession and the clock here in the third with 3 minutes to go in Game 3. Voodoos down by a goal.
And now it's almost time to start upping the ante and getting everything towards the goaltender.
They haven't had a shot in quite some time. Centering pass, Gazic in the middle for McLean, but he doesn't get a shot off. And it's sent down the ice. It's a foot race to it. Leotino gets there, backhands it off the boards, and the Voodoos will go the other way. Strichaluk sends it in behind the net. Couple of guys trying to gain possession there. Now into the near side. Puck knocked away, and the Lumberjacks will come in on a 2-on-1. It's Morton down the right side, takes a shot. Save made by Flageau, and there's a hard push at the end as Klugerman got nice and tight in on Flageau after the whistle was blown. 2:14 to play in the third. 3-2, Voodoos trail.
And that's a tough call as a defender coming back. You want to protect your goaltender, but when you're down 1 goal with 2 minutes left, you cannot put your team down a man. And it's very tough not to retaliate after that push on Flageau after the whistle.
Voodoos win the draw. And holding it, Little in the neutral zone, plays it up ahead. Now it's Strichaluk down the left wing. Out of the net is Flageau, 6th attacker on the ice for the Voodoos. 1:45 to play in Game 3. The Lumberjacks send it down the ice. It skips that past the stick of Little, and icing will be called. And the Lumberjacks bench does not like the call. Little had a chance to bat it down, but he let it go by him, and then the referees awarded him the icing call
it's a tough one because the Lumberjacks are not happy with the icing call. The Voodoos are not happy because the Lumberjacks were able to get a couple extra players there on the ice, making it hard for the officials to ensure the right 5 guys out, because the Voodoos are trying to catch them with a very tired group.
And that puck doesn't roll the way the Voodoos needed it to, and so that will avoid icing against the Lumberjacks as they cleared it right off the draw. But the Voodoos in charge now. Down the ice, Shields to the right side, bringing it in. Wilkie lost it, and it's sent down the ice, and this will go the length, and icing will be called with 1:12 remaining in the third period. 3-2 Lumberjacks holding the lead in Game 3.
Be interesting to see if the Powassan Voodoos elect to use their timeout with just 72 seconds remaining on the clock, as it looks like assistant coach Josh Hardiman down at the ice level off this perch from behind, looking to draw something up as they do take their 30-second timeout here. 1:12 remaining on the clock. And the Voodoos, something they haven't done much in this third period, is get some offensive pressure, and it's very key to win this draw and keep pressure in the offensive zone.
They have 33 shots on net. I believe they enter the period with 27.
Yep.
So that has been a low shooting period for the Powassan Voodoos. You definitely need more of that. And I'm struggling with why the game plan evolved into that, when clearly using the speed and forcing the issue was what was working in the second period.
Exactly. You got the tying goals off of using speed, and that was creating a ton of offense, and you weren't giving up odd man chances. To come out in the third period to try and sit back and hold on to it and try and get a turnover just didn't work, and now they find themselves trying up the pressure here as we enter the last minute of play.
The official down at the far end had his arm up until the Voodoos touched the puck. So they do not get the icing call, and they almost turn it over, and the Lumberjacks can't get it towards the empty net. 45 seconds remaining in the third period. Voodoos looking for the equalizer. Here comes Shields. Dumps it around behind the net. Picked up on the far side by Strichaluk. Into the corner now. Voodoos looking for support in that area. Strichaluk to the point. Now to Leotino. To the left side, Little. Shot comes in, that's wide. Picked up on the far side by Wilkie with 25 seconds to play. In behind the net, Lemke tries to center it. That one's blocked. Voodoos chasing to the far side. It's the Lumberjacks getting it down the ice. But the Voodoos get it back quickly. Leotino fans on the pass up the ice. Gets it back, sends it down. 6 seconds to go. And the Hearst Lumberjacks are back into this series with a 3-2 win in Game 3.
And it's just that. They're back in this series. The Powassan Voodoos allowed the Hearst Lumberjacks to take one on home ice tonight as they sat back in the third period. The one positive thing is they still have home court advantage, winning both games on the road, and they'll be back on the ice tomorrow night to look at defending their home ice here at the Powassan Sportsplex. I think tomorrow night it's going to be a different atmosphere here, and we're going to see a different game plan by the Powassan Voodoos, Matt.
The Powassan Voodoos had an opportunity to really take a stranglehold of the series, but now 3 straight games where the home team has lost in this series. And what the Lumberjacks have done, as you said, Derek, has ensured they will get at least one more game at home now. It could be them trying to take a series lead. It could be them trying to hold on for their series life. But either way, the Powassan Voodoos just did not do enough in the third period, and they fall 3-2 in Game 3.
And tomorrow night, Game 4 will be back here at Powassan as they have a 2-1 lead now over the Hearst Lumberjacks. That was be a 7 o'clock puck drop here from the Powassan Sportsplex as they look to put a stranglehold on this series, going up 3-1. In the other game this evening, the Timmins Rock currently leading the French River Rapids by a score of 4-1. And if that stays true, it'll be the Timmins Rock with a 3-1 advantage over the French River Rapids, as the Rock coming in to this first round action with the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference and winning the NOJHL regular season. Well, Matt, thoughts on the 3 stars of tonight's game?
Tonight's 3 stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
Third star going to Ethan Dinsdale. He makes 27 saves in the victory. Second star is Thomas Gazic, who at one point had the biggest goal of the game for the Powassan Voodoos, getting the Voodoos on the board in the second period with his goal coming at 10:59. And then the first star of the game, the guy who gets the game winner, Matthew Como, scoring at 13:18 of the third period, his second goal of the postseason. So the Powassan Voodoos, like we said, they had a huge opportunity right there, could not finish it off, and now they have to come back out tomorrow on home ice, and the pressure now is on them to get one game down here in Powassan before the series goes back up to Hearst.
Exactly. You want to make that trip up to Hearst knowing that that could be possibly a series clinching game. You don't want to make that road trip for a single game knowing that you got to come back here to take on another game on home ice. If Game 6 is back here, it's going to be Sunday night, a 7 o'clock start. That's April 2nd. Game 5 will be up in Hearst on Friday evening. But before that, Game 4 still has to be played tomorrow evening. And you can catch all of that action live on the Frontline YouTube channel.
All right, we want to thank you so much for joining us this evening. We want to thank Mike Brown for doing the camera work and Derek Lindemann for being along, doing production, and on the color analyst side. I'm Matthew Sucrum saying thanks so much for being with us on this Tuesday evening. Game 4 coming up tomorrow night right here from the Powassan Sportsplex. This has been the Frontline broadcast on YouTube presented by Average Joe's.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sucrum, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, and keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.